Because we're going to keep that off, right? Like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to challenge, like, everything.
Did you see they changed the rules? Last 2 minutes you can challenge anything?
Really?
Yeah,
Anything?
well, pretty much anything.
What does that mean?
Good question. All I know is I'm going to have to work really hard
know
the
Todd's
last
gonna
2
get you
minutes
going,
of the
man.
game.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Fine.
I'll just be sitting here like, we're going to take a break.
The last game had 29 fouls in the first half and another, like, 20 in the second half.
Jeez.
Or 18 in the second half,
I came in, like, halfway through the second half, and it, like...
They're all here. That's not fair. They're all on the bench.
I know, they should get, like, a suite or something.
I know.
Are they going to, like, recognize them at halftime or something?
Maybe, probably.
Because I know they put the thing on.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's so sad. Not sad that they're here. It's sad they're not playing.
Yeah. I'm like looking around. I don't recognize half the team.
I got what? Sam, Ian, Luke, Hunter, and then Umar. That's it. That's all I got.
There's a couple of the other guys who were, I think, freshmen last year. I've seen
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
I don't know their names off the top of my head. I have to look.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the team I was used to.
I know. Except for, like, Sam and Luke. And Ian. Those are the ones that played last year.
And Umar.
Yeah.
That's about it. Like everyone else.
It's
I have
fine.
a feeling, like, I don't know what the starting lineup looks like, but I have a feeling it's going to be like...
I feel like it's going to be all of the ones I mentioned. Luke, Umar is a starter.
Yeah,
There's another new grad student, Preston,
the grad student.
the Blondie, Paul Blondie.
Preston.
Paul Blondie over there with the headband.
Because I don't know half these guys, so I need to make sure I'm not saying their names.
Oh, this one is Mako, like a taco.
Oh, okay.
I was told that one.
I would have said Maku.
No, Mako like a taco.
I'm going to ask him.
I think he's starting too.
Is he?
So, that's all I got. Sorry, not very helpful.
Hey, that's I'm going to ask him for one before I should really do that.
Fun.
Are you going to be working all the games?
Yeah, I'll be here. I live over here now.
Where?
No, the house.
Is that?
Well, for the most part.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Horsburgh Gymnasium. My name is Sarzucci, bringing you tonight's broadcast. Excited to be here for the season opener for Case Western Reserve University for the Spartans, and we're going to get right into starting lineups. Coming off the Spartans and their first ever UAA championship in program history right now coming on the court are members of last year's team. Among them, Mitch Prendergast, Cole Frilling, back in town. And the Spartans come into today's matchup against Pitt Bradford, number 13 in the country. That team took them to 2 straight NCAA tournament appearances, including a Sweet 16 appearance back 2 years ago. They got a host in the playoffs the past 2 seasons as well. And they're going to line up right under that banner that was just recently unveiled. You can see those 2 NCAA banners as well. First 2 appearances in program history, 2022 and 2023. And of course, both those seasons led by head coach Todd McGinnis. He's in his 8th year now. So we're going to go to the visitors, the Pitt Bradford Panthers, for the starting lineup. Jamarion Butler, their leading scorer in just 1 game so far this year. He's a junior from Oklahoma City, a guard. Joining him, Jesse Laster, a 6'4" junior guard from nearby Garfield Heights. '22, Gus Napoleon, a junior guard from Allegheny, New York. Excuse me, Jesse Laster, not in the starting lineup. It's 32, Samuel Brown. And rounding it out, number 44, Xavion Boone Robertson, first year from Baltimore, Maryland. And Samuel Brown, a 6'6", first year from Garfield Heights, right here in Cleveland, Ohio. So we'll go to the Spartans, a grad transfer from North Canton, Ohio, Anthony Mazzio, number 0. Luke Thorburn joins him, a familiar, sort of a household name for Spartan fans at this point, senior guard from Houston, Texas. Another grad transfer, Preston Mako, a guard from Big Bend, Wisconsin. Umar Rashid, number 11, a junior forward from Canton, Georgia. And closing out the starting lineup, number 4, Colin Kale. So 3 grad transfers in the starting lineup for the Spartans tonight. Again, alongside Luke Thorburn and Umar Rashid, a senior and a junior. So although it's a lineup that hasn't spent a whole lot of time together, it is an experienced lineup for the Spartans. Of course, Thorburn and Rashid, both big names the last 2 years in those playoff runs, and we'll talk a little bit about those in just a second. Mentioned this is the 2nd game of the Bill Sudeck tournament here tonight. In the earlier matchup, Eastern University defeated Waynesburg, a score of 82-62, a decisive victory. So the winner of tonight's match between these 2 teams will face off against Eastern in the championship game. That'll be at 3 p.m. tomorrow, following the consolation game, or the 3rd place game, at 1 p.m. And both of those will be right here in Horsburgh Gymnasium as well. And starting us off is Mazzio. He'll work it out to Umar Rashid. And Rashid, again, a key player. He's their leading returning scorer and rebounder. And this ball goes errant in towards the paint, and Mazzio was taken down. So the Spartans will play it in from the baseline. Mazzio is looking for Rashid. Instead, he'll pop it out up top to Preston Mako. Defense on him by Jamarion Butler. And Butler in the 1 game was the leading scorer for the Spartans, who nearly lost the ball as the shot clock was winding down. The first points of the year will go to Colin Kale on a 3-pointer, and again, just beat that buzzer. So Xavion Boone Robertson will bring it up for the Panthers. Pass it up to Samuel Brown up top. Spartans get it back quickly, and they played good defense last year. A scoring margin of over 10, and they scored about 86 points a game, held opponents to 74, and Umar Rashid gets himself on the board with a nice jump shot there. And Rashid last year, 13 points a game, and he'll be trying to fill the shoes of their top 2 leading scorers, and a three-pointer answer on the other side by Pitt Bradford, Gus Napoleon. And Napoleon in that first matchup had 12 points. As Mazio brings it up and faces tough defense, Napoleon stuck his hand out, nearly got it back for the Panthers. Nice cutting in. Thorburn goes up, and he's going to draw the foul that time. And Thorburn will head to the free throw line. Thorburn a year ago shot just about 71% from the free throw line. A great season for him. A year where he averaged 7 points and 5 rebounds per game. A senior from Houston, Texas. And a great season for the Spartans. They, as we mentioned, were in the NCAA tournament again. They were defeated by Wisconsin Whitewater here in the round of 32. The year before that, they also got to host, and they made it to the first Sweet 16 appearance in program history, and were defeated by Mary Hardin-Baylor in a last-second thriller. So they'll be trying to get back into the tournament this year. They come into this season ranked number 13, and quick work on the other side from Napoleon. There's Laster flying in. And Jesse Laster will force a throw in for the Panthers again on the baseline. Here's Brown. He'll pop it up top for Butler. Butler in that first game led this team in scoring once again. He had 20 points. He was also their leading rebounder with 9. And an early whistle. And a foot may have gone out on that line. So the Panthers will have it back. This gym has gotten more and more packed the last couple of years. We've got a great crowd here for opening night at Horsburgh Gymnasium on a chilly Friday night here in Cleveland. About 10 minutes away from downtown. It's a great setting for basketball as Laster works in, and that's going to be a clean block. Colin Kale having a great start to his Spartan career. Kale, one of 5 grad transfers. Here's another, Mako, and Kale's going to finish on the putback. Colin Kale off to a great start. He's got 5 points here in the early going. Quick answer, and we've got an 8-5 game. Timeout's going to be called. The Spartans on top just about 3 minutes into this one. So it's a Spartan group that loses quite a few players and quite a few of their leaders from last year. Talk about Mitch Prendergast was the UAA Conference Player of the Year. He and Cole Frilling were the top 2 scorers, both gone. Frilling was also their top rebounder. And those two, along with Danny Fraunheim, were their top 3 assisters. And Fraunheim had 7 per game, led the team by far. So they're going to have to find somebody who's going to set up their offense the way that Danny did last year. And Umar Rashid will put it up for 3 and knock it down, coming off that timeout. Here's Butler. Hasn't gotten a chance to really get going so far. He's got 2 points. Napoleon's got 3. Those are the 5 for the Panthers as they stand. This one put up a bank shot off the glass. Robertson's on the board. A tough shot. Nazio will take it up the other way for the Spartans, a team that has, again, 5 grad transfers we talked about. Mazio is expected to be a big player for them this year. This time it's Kale who's having a great start, and Kale's got 3 more, 14-7. Colin Kale started 51 games at Sewanee, had 15 points a game and 5 rebounds as well to go with it. He was a 2-time All-SAA selection. Mentioned Mazzio was a 4-year starter at nearby Baldwin Wallace. And Preston Mako started this one as Mazzio adds to the scoring total right now. They're getting 3s at will. We were talking about Preston Mako. Started over at Wesleyan on the East Coast. Mazzio's gonna thread it inside. Rashid, then Elam. Nice display of ball movement. We're gonna have another timeout. The Spartans came out swinging off that timeout, and it's 19-7. Spartans showing why they're one of the tops in the country. Colin Kale's got 8 to lead them. So Pitt Bradford, we talked about the Spartans and their losses from a year ago. They lose their leading scorer, rebounding, and assist leader in Nathan Schneider. He was scoring 20 points a game a year ago, so a big void to fill there. They're gonna work this up top to Napoleon. He'll drive in, and they're gonna see if that one was tipped. They're gonna say no. It'll be Spartan ball coming back the other way. Again, this is the opener for the Spartans. It's the second match of the season, as Hunter Drenth will bring it up. Drenth missed all of last year. You can see that knee brace he's wearing on his left knee. Had ACL surgery just before the season started. He's back in, and he'll go for 3. And he's right back where he left off. Hunter Drenth puts the Spartans up by 15 here in the first quarter. And in the lineup as well for the Spartans, Richie Manigo, another one of those grad transfer. And he had 77 starts over at Washington and Lee, 10 points per game, 4 boards per game as well. He's driving in now. They'll kick it out. Sam Trunley off the bench. Drenth going for another one. This one won't fall. Trunley fighting for the rebound. Instead, it's Laster the other way. Napoleon thought about it quickly. Drenth got back on defense. And now he'll drive in. Drenth's got the height advantage, but Napoleon's got the points. And that ends an 11-0 run for the Spartans. Under 14 minutes now in the first quarter, just about 6 minutes into this one. Kicking out to Manigo, then to Rashid. They're gonna go for 3 once again. This one won't fall. High rebound. Inside, Elam's open, and Elam's got the layup. Ball movement from the Spartans has been absolutely excellent tonight. And we were wondering where the assists were gonna come from for the Spartans offensively. And so far they're coming from all different directions, as this one won't fall for the Panthers. The Spartans go back quickly the other way. They've got a lot of momentum on the offensive end. Elam once again inside. That's back-to-back layups for him. And Ian Elam's got 6 points. On the other side, a scoop layup. Robertson answers. They're led by head coach Jesse DeLoof in his 4th year. And he took him into the AMCC, that's the Allegheny Mountain collegiate conference tournament last year. They lost in the semifinals, and the Spartans for 3. And this one is going to draw a whistle. Sam Trunley thought he got the foul, and they're going to see if that one's on the shot. It's going to be called against Jesse Laster, and we're going to have 3 free throws for Sam Trunley. And Trunley's been a great bench player for the Spartans. We've seen him already take a couple 3-point attempts. He's a player who a year ago was shooting about 43% from beyond the arc. As some subs will come in for the Spartans, Mako and Mazzio are back in. Last one will fall for Trunley, and that makes it a 29-11 lead with 12:43 here in the first half. It's been pretty much all Spartans so far offensively, and they're shooting 80% from the field. With Trey Davis in the lineup now, alongside Kobe Farley. Up top, they'll try to get it to their scoring man, Jamarion Butler. We talk about the transfers for the Spartans as Butler converts on the jump shot. He's a transfer from Neosho County Community College, where he started 12 games, scored 11 points per game, and just under 5 rebounds. He's a junior originally from Oklahoma City. As Drent will kick this one out to Mako. Another 3-point attempt for the Spartans. This one won't fall. Rebound, Manigo. Kick it out. Mako, he can have another go. Now we'll take another look at it. Send it to Manigo, who will convert himself. Selfless play that time from the Spartans. We've seen a lot of that tonight. The ball movement is what's setting up these open looks, especially those from 3. Trying to answer on the other side. Won't go for Farley. So the Spartans bring it back. Manigo and then to Mako. He'll look inside. Into Drenth. Drenth already hit a 3 for his first bucket of the day. Mazzio, step back. Just inside. That's a long 2, and it'll fall. And the Spartans are already up to 34 points. Just about 8.5 minutes into this one. On the other side, the leading scorer for the Panthers only with 5 points. The Spartans will bring it back the other way. This pass is going to be too long. And defensively have been just as strong as they have offensively. Coach McGinnis making a couple subs, and they'll send in number 22, Jalen Hewitt. Hewitt's another one of those grad transfers, originally from Cleveland, from Orange High School. Hewitt spent the last 2 years at Florida A&M, but has also spent some time at Walsh and Wheeling. His father was actually a Case Western Reserve alum, played here from 1977 to 1982. As we got 5 seconds on the shot clock now and working it in, won't go. The Spartans get it back with Colin Kale back in the lineup, already with 8 points. Mazzio looking in Kale's direction. He'll hold on to it himself. Working on Farley. 3-pointer. He's got one too. Why not for the Spartans when they're shooting the way they are as a team? 6 for 11 now from 3. Actually make that 7 of 12 after that last one. And the Panthers have got to sense the urgency needs to pick up. They're going to go for 3 as well. This one won't fall. 2 white shirts up there for the rebound. It's going to go off the blue. Keyshawn Kittrell was up there trying to get the rebound.
Hey, I got a hard switch. I got to switch this shit hard.
And they won't get it. So Kale will inbound. Coach Todd McGinnis has led teams he's coached now to 6 NCAA tournament appearances, including 4 back when he was at Hartwick. Again, in his 8th season here, as Kale adds to his total, he's got the first double-digit point total of the night. And again, McGinnis talked to him before the season started. He said when he came here to Case Western Reserve, you would have told him that they were UAA champs, they were in the NCAA tournament. It would have been something so hard to believe, but something that feels so surreal to him now. And he says it feels great to be a program that's in the national rankings as the shot clock winds down. Brown will work it in, and he won't get this one to fall. The clock will expire. Luke Thorburn came down with the rebound either way. Coach McGinnis said that he likes being the team that people talk about as Mazio will go for three. The team that people look at on their schedule and say, hey, this is a great program. This is a team we have to prepare for. Laster working it in. Didn't like the look. Maybe lost the ball a little bit. He'll go up for a dunk. It was tipped. Thorburn may have gotten a piece of his hand, though. And the foul will go against the Spartans, so Thorburn. And it will be a shooting foul. So Jesse Laster will head to the line. Laster scored 17 points and had 6 rebounds in that first match against Houghton, a 68-64 win. This one will drop as Jamarion Butler comes back into the game, the 6'5" junior. He's got 4 points so far on the night. The key numbers so far, the Spartans are dominating on the board. 17 rebounds compared to just 3 for the visitors. This one is lost inside by Mazio. A couple guys got their hands on it. Fast break opportunity. Rashid with the block. The Spartans will go back the other way. Umar Rashid last season averaging just about 2 blocks per game. And he gets his first of the year here. Defense once again, this time it's stolen away by Jalen Hewitt. Rashid the other way, Mazio. He'll go inside, Elam will kick it out. Kale working on Samuel Brown. And they're gonna say that Hewitt was out on that line. That's the second time Spartan players have gone out on that near side line, right in front of where that 2023 team, 2023 UAA champs, I should say, are sitting. See a lot of familiar faces down there. So Pitt Bradford looking for some sort of answer. They're playing a very tough Spartan defense. Mentioned last year, gave about 74 points per game. And here with 8 minutes left in the first half, they've given up just 15, and there's another block. This one by Kale. And Colin Kale is having an incredible night to start off his Spartan career, as are a couple of these other grad transfers as well. Again, mentioned that Kale came over from Sewanee. He's originally from Roswell, Georgia, from Centennial High School, as this layup won't fall for Jaden Lawson. So Spartans the other way. Trunley once again back in the game along with Hunter Drenth. They'll go outside. Manigo, he'll go for 3 once again. Spartans with another steal defensively. They're gonna go quickly. This one's gonna go out. And Manigo's got 6 points on the night. He's 2 for 2 from 3 after that last possession. He'll inbound here. He'll look for Trunley, a high arcing ball. Nearly lost it. Instead, he'll go for 3 and almost converted it too. But it's Keyshawn Kittrell who's running up and down the floor for the Panthers. They'll go to Butler. He thought about a long 3 there. Instead, he'll pull up, working on Elam. Guard on a big. He's gonna let Samuel Brown work inside. Kick out drive. And Rashid with another block. We may have had a whistle before it, though. And they're going to call a push. I believe the call is against Hunter Drenth, and it is. They're going to say a shooting foul. He pushed, and that was the foul. So foul not on Rashid there. The block was clean, but the push just before is what's going to send Jamarion Butler to the line. Butler again with 4 points on the night. This is his first trip to the line. Won't convert on the first one. It's a Pitt Bradford team that a year ago was 12-15 and 5-9 in conference play. They've got 2 transfers as well as their leaders so far on the stat sheet. We mentioned Butler. Jesse Laster is a transfer from Lincoln Trail College. As Drenth with the offensive board, the Spartans continue to dominate in that area. A steal from the Panthers. They're going to go quickly. Robertson, he's blocked by Elam. Trunley recovers the loose ball. He'll go to Drenth. The Spartans trying to convert. Rashid's got it. Then up to Elam. Manigo outside. The defense will switch. They got Elam inside, and another steal. That's back-to-back. Spartans rushing back to play defense. This time, they'll convert. Butler with the steal and the finish all by himself. And Jamarion's up to 6 points on the night. I think it's 7, including that free throw. Rashid is going to go up. He's blocked. He'll try to put it up again. That's 2 for Brown. Quickly the other way. And the Panthers starting to get some life. 42-20 is the lead for the Spartans. They built it up nicely in the first half. So the Panthers are playing from behind. Got about 5.5 left in this first half of play. Manigo will go for 3. Once again, he's got 3 on the night. 9 points for Richie Manigo. Brown drives in on the other side, working on Drenth, and he gets this one to fall. We're going to have a Spartan timeout. The lead has been cut down, but it's still a 45-22 game for the Spartans. We've got 5:05 left in the first half. Mentioned, of course, that tonight's matchup, part of the Bill Sudeck tournament. Bill Sudeck was a former head coach for this Spartan basketball program. He was here for 46 years before he passed in 2000, and he was also a head track and field coach. His name is actually on the track on the north side of campus, the Bill Sudeck track. Colin Kale working it inside, and he's added to his scoring total. He's got 12 already here in his first ever half as a Spartan. So again, the big storyline coming in for the home team as the answer from Jaden Lewis for 3. He's a first year from Cleveland Heights, but you talk about those grad transfers for the Spartans. We've seen a couple have huge impacts. Of course, the last couple of years, can't talk enough about how valuable Mitch Prendergast was for this program the past 2 seasons. And here's another one of them, Mazio. going to get tied up with Jaden Lewis. We're going to have a jump ball. And the possession arrow in favor of Pitt Bradford. So they're going to inbound right in front of their bench. Right in front of Coach Jesse DeLoof, and we mentioned he was a former player here at Pitt Bradford as well. He was an assistant coach for a number of years before getting the head job just a couple years ago, and he's brought this team back into consistent AMCC tournament play. And a team that's trying to turn the corner this year. Mentioned they were just on the downside of 500 a year ago. They were 12-15, so they're trying to flip the script and get into the winning category once again as Laster heads down to the line. His first trip, he was 2 for 2. And I'll make it 3 of 3. Laster originally from Garfield Heights High School right here in the Cleveland area, a little bit south of where we are here at Case Western Reserve University. And Mako nearly stepped over the line. Pitt Bradford's side thought he might have, but he manages to keep his balance. So Mazzio will bring it up. He'll go into Kale. Thorburn cutting inside. A nice job to slip by the blue jerseys. And Luke Thorburn has added 2 more to his scoring total. Thorburn has got 3 on the night. Here's Robertson. Layup a little bit too long. Turned into a hook shot by the end of that. And Mazzio will bring it up for the Spartans. 3:29 left in this first half. Inside once again. This time Kale goes up with it, and he's going to be fouled. He'll get a trip to the line for the first time tonight. And Colin Kale is shooting 5 of 5 from the field. He's got 12 points already on the night. And that includes 6 of those coming from 3. His first free throw will fall. Subs for both teams, Gus Napoleon back in. Keyshawn Kittrell as well for the Spartans. It's Diego Echevarria, a junior guard from New Milford, Connecticut, saw increased time a year ago compared to his first year with the Spartans. He's playing some defense right now on Butler. Kittrell will work it in that direction. They're staying in man, they're not switching, and now finally get the late switch. The Panthers unable to work it inside. It's tipped off and it'll go out on the near side. Right near what turns into that Spartan student section. And again, a good attendance here tonight, but certainly as the season goes on, we've seen this stadium get packed to the brim. Those playoff games hosted here at Horsburgh Gymnasium have just been overflowing with students as Colin Kale converts once again. He's got 17 points already just in the first half of play. A loose ball, and Echevarria does a nice job to get under it. He'll bring it up for the Spartans. Shot clock a little bit low. We're down to 13. Thorburn, Echevarria. He'll drive in, working on Butler. Now we'll kick it out up top. Works back in. Kale's got the hot hand. Why not go to him? And now Trunley as the shot clock winds down. Mako with the board. Another offensive rebound for the Spartans. Another 3. This one won't go. We'll get one more attempt. No luck that time for the Spartans, and we may have a foul underneath the basket as the rebound is coming off, and that buzzer is still going and finally goes off as Samuel Brown gets ready to check back in. A lot of young players getting action tonight. 2 first years alone in their starting lineup in Brown and Roberson. As Mo Barate checks off for now. Another first year who's from Columbus, Ohio, and he's talking to Coach DeLoof on the side. They'll bring it up We're heading down to about 2 minutes left in the first half. Echevarria, strong defense. He tips it and nearly got the steal he may have reached. Instead, they're going to call it against Butler for a carry. The Spartans will get the ball back. Diego Echevarria, a nice job to win it back for the Spartans. And some of these bench players making a huge impact for the Spartans here in the first half. Categories outside just simply scoring and rebounding. That's a category where the Spartans have continued to dominate. They've got 9 offensive rebounds, and they've got 26 overall compared to just 7. Strong screen from Kale. Echevarria works it to Trunley. Defense swarming. Rashid. Now Trunley will go for 3. He'll get it to fall. Another one for Sam Trunley. The Spartans are 11 for 22 on the night from 3. And a foul will be called against the Spartans, against Echevarria. 1:37 left in this first half. As a reminder, the second game of the Bill Sudeck tournament, the winner of this match will take on Eastern tomorrow at 3 p.m. in the final. The loser will take on Waynesburg at 1 p.m. in the consolation match. Trunley to Rashid. He'll go from 3. This one won't fall off the rim. Trunley gets the board. Rashid this time inside. Won't go once again. Kale couldn't get the rebound. Fast break opportunity for the Panthers. 3-pointer fading away and no good from Lawson that time. The Spartans will go back. A minute left on the clock. Mako. Trunley thought about it. Pump fakes and brings it back down. He had the taller Samuel Brown on him, 6'6" compared to 6'3". Sam will go inside this time, trying to hit Colin Kale. Kale gets it up and gets it to fall. He's having some kind of night here in the first half. Colin Kale, 19 points. We've got a timeout from the visitors. Just under 40 seconds to play, and the Spartans have extended their lead to 32. Colin Kale, the big headliner of the night. He's 7 for 7 from the field, 2 for 2, I should say, from the line. As the first half winds down, Gus Napoleon bringing it up for the Panthers. Driving in, and Rashid, a tough block that time, but a whistle's going to be blown just before that. He's already got 1 block tonight, again mentioned coming off a season where he averaged just under 2 a game. So Napoleon will head to the line. And he's making his first trip there tonight. He's got 5 points so far, including a 3-pointer. First one will go. Couple subs. Butler and Laster will come back in, likely to close out the first half. Now Butler will head back to the sideline. Laster's in for BJ Busby. Napoleon trying to make it 2 of 2, and he does. Now Butler will check in, and he'll take Napoleon off. So shot clock turned off. We've got 28.9 on the clock. And Ian Elam will bring it up for the Spartans. Likely going to try and make this the last shot. Mazzio's on the floor with him. The leading scorer is Colin Kale, not on the floor right now. Sam Trunley has converted from 3 a couple times. They'll go to Rashid as the clock winds down, and he'll get it to fall. Umar Rashid with another 3-pointer, and he's got 8 points here in the first half. The Spartans with 62 in the opening half of the season. Second match of the Bill Sudeck tournament. And they take a 62-29 lead over Pitt Bradford. And again, the winner of this match will take on Eastern in the Bill Sudeck tournament final. The Spartans trying to repeat as champions. We'll take a break for halftime and be back. Spartans on top here in their home opener. So a quick look back at that first half of action. The Spartans shot 60% from the field, including 50% from 3, compared to 31% and 33% for Pitt Bradford. The Spartans also had 10 second chance points, 6 blocks, and 24 points from the bench. That nearly outscored Pitt Bradford alone. They've got 29 in total. The Spartans also got 16 points in the paint to add to their intense shooting night. And they're dominating on the boards, 30-8, including, once again, those 10 second chance points off of 9 offensive rebounds. The first possession, Pitt Bradford gets it back, and Laster can't convert on the dunk, and it's been that type of night so far for Pitt Bradford. He'll go up and try to block. This is going to be a goaltend. So add 2 for the Spartans, and that makes it a 64-29 lead. They jumped out very early on. They started the game off with a 3-pointer, and Pitt Bradford has not led at any point. It's been all Spartans since. But we've seen some good defense. 9 turnovers from the Spartans in the first half. Of course, started the second half off with 1, and there's good Gus Napoleon, good from 3. Napoleon, the 6'2 junior, had 7 points in the first half. And it's the Spartans who scored almost at will. Colin Kale led everyone with 19 as Rashid goes up and will send the ball back to the other side. Richie Manigo with 3 threes, and Anthony Mazzio, Anthony Mazzio with 8 points as well. So 3 grad transfers leading the Spartans in the scoring category, and we were wondering who was going to get the assists this year for the Spartans. It's been sort of a committee, as Butler will go for 3, and he'll get it to fall. Jamarion Butler. He's got 10 on the night. Rashid up top with Butler bearing down on him. He'll go across the court. Mako from 3, bounces up off the rim and won't go. And it looked like it was gonna fall on the second chance for a second there. Instead, it's Butler the other way, working on Rashid, trying to dribble by him. Rashid plays really good defense. They got a switch for the moment. Mazzio has to get back. Hands flying around, and Kale might have gotten a piece of that. It's Kale up top, working on Laster. Now he'll drive in, kick out, wide open, and won't get it to fall. Too short from Thorburn. Laster the other way. Jump shot good. 64-37 is the Spartan lead, as Mazzio brings it back the other way. He's a grad transfer again from North Canton, Ohio, originally Massillon Jackson High School. Now Rashid for 3, line drive. Won't get it to fall, and he maybe wanted a foul at the end of that and won't get the call. Laster the other way. He's been active in this second half. He'll hit the deck, and he'll be sent to the line. Laster coming off a game where he scored 17 points. He's got 4 tonight and has struggled from the field. He's 0 for 3, but he's 4 for 4 from the line. That's where all his scoring has been from tonight. He's got a pair of rebounds and a pair of assists to go along with his scoring total. So in this second half rather, he got a jump shot to fall, and now he's got 1 from the line. So again, hoping to turn around from that first half where he was 0 for 3 from the field. This one good, so they'll cut in to the lead just a little bit as Mazzio brings it back the other way. Head coach Todd McGinnis for the Spartans Happy that his team is getting some recognition as Mazzio takes a hard fall. And he's a little bit slow to get up. And the Spartan team comes in number 13 in the country. Coach McGinnis not happy after that play. Mazzio is going to be sent to the line. Looks to be up and okay. Just before the game, last year's UAA Conference Championship team was recognized. Again, was the first team in program history to win the conference. And it was the second season that this team had qualified for the NCAA tournament. 2 for 2 from the line on that trip. A Spartan team that a year ago averaged 85 points per game here in their first half of play. Scored 62, and the kick is going to be called against Preston Mako. Mako has yet to score tonight. He's 0 for 3 from the field, but he's got 2 rebounds and an assist for the Spartans so far. Mako comes over from Wesleyan, where he scored 10 points a game. He was an all-NESCAC second-team selection. He'll get the rebound here. A fight for it with Brown, and he'll win. He'll bring it all the way back up. Goes across the court. Sam Trunley will go for 3. This one no good. Mazzio's got it back. 15 on the shot clock. Mako now to Kale. Kale waves him in. He'll go to Trunley. Trunley kicks it out. Mako for 3. Won't get his first points here. Trunley on the rebound. He may have been fouled inside. So the call is going to be against Gus Napoleon. So Trunley will head to the line. Take 2 shots. First one good. Sam Trunley was 71% from the line a year ago. The Spartans will look to make a substitution. They wanted to get Manigo on, but they'll wait a second. On the other side, Kobe Farley checks back in. He'll take off Robertson. Robertson has had an active night. Trunley's second good. And now Manigo will check in. He'll take Trunley off. Manigo hit 3 threes in the first half. He's got 9 points on the night. Butler hands it off to Laster up top. Those are the 2 players who've done the majority of the scoring so far in 2 games this season, and Butler will add to his total. He's got 12 now on the night. The Spartans moving quickly inside Elam. That's where he's done most of his damage. And Ian Elam adds to his scoring total. Make it 8 for him. Another player that was instrumental in the Spartans' postseason run a year ago. Mazzio outside. Manigo for 3. Once again, he's got 12. 4 for 4 from 3. Trying to answer Farley on the other side. Won't go, and Elam a clean rebound. They're going to go to Mako, then outside to Drenth. Inside Elam. Tough layup that time. Defense from Butler, and Butler 6'5" guard. Fadeaway shot. Won't get this one to fall. Elam, a nice job to tip that rebound up. And another one in favor of the Spartans. Hunter Drenth for 3. And this one misses. Goes out past the baseline, and Panthers will have it back. A couple more subs. Keyshawn Kittrell will come back in the game for Pitt. Bradford, he played 9 minutes in the first half, was 1 for 2 from the field, had a rebound, and was running all up and down the floor on the defensive side of things. So Diego Echevarria back on for the Spartans. He's playing up high. A modified full court pressure this time on Farley. He's a scrappy defensive player, and he showed that in the first half. And the shot, we might have a foul on it. It's going to go against Drenth. And for Hunter Drenth off the bench, that's his second foul. Not a lot of fouls here tonight overall. Spartans have just a couple players with 2, and only 5 fouls total have been called against the Panthers. This will send Laster to the line once again, and he's 5 for 6 and make it 6 for 7. And Laster's quietly up to 8 points now tonight. Gus Napoleon with 10 and Jamarion Butler with 14. Those have been the leading scorers tonight for Pitt Bradford. Facing, again, a tough defense, one of the top teams in the country in all the preseason polls this year. Here's Echevarria taking it up for the Spartans. Trying to get a screen from Ian Elam. Didn't quite get there. Farley with some tough defense. Working now on Napoleon, it's Manigo. And Drenth driving in, drops it off to Elam. And Ian Elam with the finish. Elam's got 10. Quick 3 on the other side from Laster, and it'll pop off the rim and over the backboard. BJ Busby's in the game now for the Panthers. This is a Spartan team that has shot well down the stretch, and that's been a big part of why they were a successful tournament team in the past 2 seasons. They shot 47% as a team last year, and Echevarria with the finish. They also shot about 37% from 3, and tonight surpassing both of those numbers, 52% from the field and 42% from 3. Here's Busby working on Echevarria, looking for a teammate, cutting in. Laster going for a dunk, and Drenth is going to get in his way. That's the second time we've seen a dunk attempt. No good. We saw one in the earlier game, too, as Eastern defeated Waynesburg 82-62. And again, the winner of this matchup will face off against Eastern at 3 p.m. Consolation game between the loser of this match and Waynesburg at 1 p.m. Both of those games will be right here at Horsburgh Gymnasium. Ron Yantz will have the call as Laster hits another free throw. So the third foul, by the way, called against Hunter Drenth. He's going to stay on the floor for now as Laster will head off. Jaden Lawson played a couple minutes in that first half, and he's back in now. Here's Echevarria. This time they get the ball screen from Elam. They'll feed it back to him. Manigo, and he's 4 for 4 from 3. This time he'll try to drive in. Nearly lost the ball. Now it's going to be a tie-up. This time the possession arrow, if it's going to be called a jump ball, will be in favor of the Spartans, and that is the situation we'll have here. We had one in the first half that favored the Panthers. Actually, they're going to say it was Panther ball, so I'm all knotted up. They got the possession arrow in their favor once again. So it's Farley will get the ball back from Kittrell, and he may have traveled, and that's going to be the call. A step too many. So Elam will inbound. Echevarria. Diego Echevarria getting a good deal of minutes here in the second half with the Spartans up by 31. 12:42 left. Fade away from Drenth on the step back. Won't go. Rashid trying to keep it in, trying to get it off the leg of Busby. Instead, the Panthers fast break. Kittrell the other way. Layup good. Echevarria going quickly the other way. Tough collision down there as he was going up for it with Trey Davis. We've seen now a couple of those, and the foul will get called against Davis as Echevarria was a little slow to get up. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him for a brief moment there, but he's in and he's ready to go. So Echevarria is at the line. As Kale will re-enter the game for the Spartans along with Hewitt. Haven't heard a lot of Colin Kale here in the second half. He's got 19 points overall, along with 3 rebounds and an assist. He's got 2 blocks as well. Umar Rashid has 3. Mentioned we had 6 Spartan blocks in the first half, and another substitution. Anand Dharmarajan is in the game as well. Number 23 is a sophomore guard from St. Louis, Missouri. Farley, he'll go outside. 3-pointer, no good that time from Lawson. Spartans will get it back with Kale, and he's gonna have to drop it off to Hewitt. Hewitt against Lawson, tough defense. Kale, he can go for 3, thought about it. He might kick this out. Instead, he'll take it himself, and he'll draw contact in the paint. We're gonna see who this foul is gonna be called against, but it'll likely send Colin Kale to the line. Coach Todd McGinnis with an experienced staff with him as well. It's the second year for assistant coach Brian Wycliffe here. He also brings Jason Lewis onto the staff. Lewis was a senior just a year ago here with the Spartans, played 4 years for the program. And Coach McGinnis always talked about how he was one of the brightest minds on the team. Basketball IQ off the charts. And he's happy to be back with Coach McGinnis working with this program for another year. As the Spartans have topped 80 on that last possession. Got about 11 and a half left to play in this one. It's 81-48. Spartans on top as Butler trying to get the Panthers back into it. Busby will go for 3. This one a little bit off target. And a collision between a couple Spartans. Kale and Hewitt ran into each other. And Coach DeLoof wanted a moving screen that time on Hewitt as he was boxing out. Spartans were trying to get back to that loose ball, didn't get it. Dharmarajan will go for 3, and he's got it. His first points of the year. Farley will try to answer, and he'll match it. Dharmarajan will bring it up. A lot of experience for the Spartans on the floor. Dharmarajan is the youngest player, a sophomore, next to a senior and a couple grads. Foul's going to be called, and Manigo will inbound on the baseline. He'll work it inside to Hewitt. He'll go up. Can't get it to fall, but on the putback, Ian Elam's got it. Elam quietly having a good night as well, and he's got himself 12 points now. 4 Spartans in double-digit scoring, and that loose ball in the hands of Manigo. He'll go up top. Can't get his layup to fall. Second chance points continue to pile up for the Spartans. as Colin Kale gets his total up to 23. Panthers trying to answer. Jamarion Butler's got 14, Jesse Laster's got 11. Those have been the leading scorers, and it's Busby who will put it in for 3. They've also got 3 scorers over 10 points. Gus Napoleon has got 10 points as well. Laster looking to check in just a few moments as well as Dharmarajan works it inside. Ball stripped away from him. Coming back the other way is Farley. For 3 is Kittrell. Farley will try to get it on the second chance, and his shot will go. And Kobe Farley with a couple 3-pointers in the last few possessions. But the Spartans still holding on to a good lead. Manigo, that's the first 3 he's missed. Hewitt trying to put it back in. Won't go for him, and he's frustrated. Butler on the other side working against Elam, and his shot will fall. Under 9 minutes to play. The lead is down to 29. And the Spartans jumped out to a lead early, and Pitt Bradford has not led at any point so far. Hewitt for 3, rolls off the rim. Kale was kind of reaching back to get that, an awkward fall he took there. So the foul's going to be called against Jaden Lawson, another first-year player in the lineup for Pitt Bradford. We talked about how they have a lot of young players playing against, of course, a very experienced Spartans lineup. Again, not entirely experienced with each other, but these guys have played a lot of basketball. When you look at the number of starts these grad transfers have had, and of course the number of minutes that guys like Elam and Thorburn and Rashid have played together the past couple of years. So Aaron Rucker is in the game now as well, another sophomore, number 21 for the Spartans. As Hewitt, that ball was tipped, so he can go back and get it. Shot clock down to 6, and Hewitt, this time his layup will fall. And he needed that boost of confidence once again after a couple shots that didn't go past couple possessions. Here's Rucker on the defensive end of things. He'll go up trying to add to the Spartan block total. May have committed a foul instead. And it is going to be against him. That'll be his first personal. The Spartans up to 90 points in this match. And if these results hold for the next 7 minutes and 59 seconds, they'll be on their way to take on Eastern University tomorrow at 3 p.m. in the Bill Sudeck Tournament Championship. This is a revamped Spartans team. Lost a couple key players, including UAA Conference Player of the Year Mitch Prendergast. They lost Danny Fronheim and Cole Frilling, who were first-team All-UAA selections. Cole Frilling was actually Bill Sudeck Tournament MVP a year ago as the Spartans defeated Dickinson for the Sudeck Tournament Championship. They started on a long winning streak and finished the season 22-4 as Mako goes up for it. And we're UAA champions for the first time. And we're defeated in the round of 32 of the NCAA tournament by Wisconsin Whitewater. And one number that Coach McGinnis will be very happy to see. This is a team that a year ago averaged 40 rebounds per game. And losing their top rebounder, Cole Frilling, they've got 44 boards in this one. And the differential, too, 44 rebounds compared to just 16 on the other end for Pitt Bradford. And this is a Spartan team that their differential was just 5 last year. It was 40 to 35 opponent rebounds given up per game as Busby tries to work through a lot of white jerseys down in there. Cutting, Farley won't go. So the Spartans will likely try to pace this game out the last 7.5. Mazzio's back in. He's bringing it up right now. Going outside, Mako, now Rashid going inside, and we'll see who that call is on. So no shot. They're gonna call it against 0. That's Jamarion Butler, as a couple substitutions will be made. Gus Napoleon back in the game. Alongside Trey Davis. And for the Spartans, Caleb Chapman getting his first action of the season. Sophomore guard from Buffalo, New York. Rashid's free throw, no good. We'll go out to Mako. And we've got a whistle. So maybe an issue with the shot clock there. They're going to reset it to 18 as the Spartans will inbound. It's Chapman who's down there. Rucker's the nearest one to him, nearest teammate, I should say. And they'll send it in to Dre Fox, a first-year player seeing some action in his first ever collegiate game. He's a guard from Seattle, but went to high school at IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. And Butler up top. They'll pass it off to Napoleon. Napoleon's gone dry for a bit. Now Butler lost the ball as he was going up for it. Maybe wanted a whistle but didn't get it. Here's Fox trying to slip through the defense. Instead he'll drop it off to Hewitt. Now driving in. Similar play on this end. He lost the ball as he was going up. Napoleon's got it back. Back-to-back turnovers. As the Panthers slow things down, they'll try to set up their attack. Now a long three will come off, and this one a little bit too strong. Chapman bringing it up. Got about 6 minutes on the clock, and the Spartans have led for the majority of the time. It's a 33-point lead here in the second half as they're going down into their lineup. Drenth will go up. Can't get it to go, but he'll get a whistle. And this one will be called against Kobe Farley. And it's going to be the first personal against Farley. As Drenth, he's got 3 points tonight, will try to add to his total. First free throw. No good for him. This is a Spartan team that's been good tonight from the line. They missed just 3 free throws. They're 17 for 20. Second shot, good for Drenth. And that extends the lead to 34. And this ball thrown out to no one. Samuel Brown was the closest one. As we got another sub for the Spartans. Ethan Nowak, another first-year player. He's a forward from nearby Gates Mills. He went to university school. And he'll inbound now to Chapman. Mentioned now the Spartans with this lead here, about 5:45 left in the game. They're going to start getting into their lineup, getting a lot of the young players some action. Here's Fox. He'll go outside looking for Charlie Fox, and it's stolen away. Charlie Fox, another first-year player. He's playing some defense on Logan Jones, whose shot falls off a bounce. Three-pointer good. Fox hits Dre Fox. He'll get it to Chapman. Trapped in the corner, trying to throw it off a defender's leg. Loose ball, and he nearly got it back. Now it's Logan Jones the other way. Excuse me, it's not Jones, it's Jonkus. And the jump shot from Laster, good. Rucker dishes it to Chapman. Had a chance for three that time. Inside, and the layup no good for Nowak. The foul's going to be called against Rucker. Trying to save some time, so we'll roll it out to Farley. Trayshawn Tucker on the floor for the first time tonight for Pitt Bradford, and now here's Charlie Fox on the ball, and he'll dish it off to Chapman. Dre Fox will go for three. He'll get it. Adding to the Spartan three-point totals, 15 for 35 tonight. About 42% from beyond the arc, and they've been virtually unstoppable from that end. Another substitution for Pitt Bradford, Xavion Boone-Robertson. And we'll take a quick look ahead for these teams after the Bill Sudeck tournament, of course, will conclude tomorrow. This Pitt Bradford team will head home to take on Hiram on Saturday the 18th, and then Fredonia before they hit the road again. The Fredonia game will be on the 21st. As Charlie Fox gets his first points of the night, brings the Spartans up to 99. Three-point attempt on the other side, no good. And it'll be out of play. Spartan ball. The Spartans have a tough schedule this season, of course, playing a very tough UAA conference. 6 of those 14 UAA games will be against teams in the preseason top 25, including NYU, Emory, and Wash U. They'll also play number 6 Oswego State later in the year. They've got 7 games overall against teams ranked in the D3Hoops.com preseason top 25. As the three-pointer falls, the Spartans, after this tournament, will have a pair of road games. They'll head to La Roche and Denison before they come back home against Capital and Kalamazoo as we get right into the turn of December. Robertson driving in, and he'll get a layup to go. 99-70 is the score with just under 3 minutes left of action here as Dre Fox will bring it up. Fox will go for 3. He's got 2 on the night. And Dre Fox with 6 points in his collegiate debut. The Spartans are over 100. And a whistle with 2:19 on the clock as things will start to wind down here. Trey Davis will head to the line. And it's a game that's been pretty much dominated by the Spartans for the most part. We've seen some nice defensive plays, a lot of steals on the defensive end for Pitt Bradford. 16 turnovers for the Spartans is a number that they would like to improve on. And that's 16 points off of those turnovers for the Panthers as well. But what the Spartans will like to see is 50 points off the bench, half of their scoring from that category. Of course, with this big lead, have gotten significantly into their lineup, their entire starting lineup off the floor now. And it's Charlie Fox who will bring it up, and he'll dish it off to Jake Sambucino, first-year guard from Erie, Pennsylvania. Sambucino will go along the baseline. It's knocked out of his hands. We'll stay on this end. Inbound from Chapman. Rucker inside. Layup no good. And it'll be knocked out of play. Moving the ball around for Jonkus, and his jump shot won't fall. So the Spartans, a lot of first-year players on the floor now, and they'll go up and get it knocked out of play. So once again, an inbound on this end from Chapman. This time it's Nowak. Go outside to Fox. Chapman gets it back. He can pull up from here. They'll dribble back, reset, 13 on the shot clock. Charlie Fox has it once again. Now it's Nowak. We'll go outside, 3 on the shot clock. Chapman's got to get it up. It's blocked back down. 1:15 left. Spartans get it back off the steal. Rucker will go up and finish at the rim. Quick throw, it'll be out of play. Spartans continue to shoot well, hovering right around 50% from the field, 44% from 3. And they were 18 for 21 from the line tonight. Another number that Coach McGinnis will be happy to see. Shot up for Sambucino. Can't get it down. Foul's going to be called against the Spartans, and we'll have a 1-and-1 for Mo Barate. Good on the first. And 2 for 2 on that trip for Barate. Credit for his first block of the year a couple possessions ago. We'll likely have one more possession for either team as Chapman dribbles it up around the arc. Looks for Nowak, but he'll keep it himself. Now Nowak won't go from 3. He'll drive in with 4 on the shot clock. And it looks like it went off a Spartan leg and out of play. Shot clock turned off, 21 seconds. And the Spartans with a successful opening match. And again, they'll take on Eastern University tomorrow at 3 p.m. in the championship game of the Bill Sudeck tournament as they try to repeat as champions. And Pitt Bradford will take on Waynesburg in the consolation game, essentially the third place game. And that'll be at 1 p.m. Both of those will be right here at Horsburgh Gymnasium. Ron Yantz will have the call, as we'll have one more inbound to just run out that clock. And the Spartans start their season off strong. A 104-73 victory as Colin Kale makes his presence felt. 23 points on the night. He was 3 for 3 from 3 and hit 4 free throws to go along with 6 boards and 2 assists and 2 blocks. So the grad transfers showing up tonight for the Spartans. We'll likely be seeing a lot of them here in 2023, heading into 2024. Great start to the basketball season here at Case Western Reserve University, and thank you for joining us. As always, great to be back for another year. I'm Sarzucci, signing off for tonight, and join us once again at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. for the conclusion of the Bill Sudeck tournament right here at Horsburgh Gymnasium. Have a great night, everyone.